What happens when a seller counters your offer? So, a counter offer means the seller is not accepting your offer basically exactly as written, but they still may be willing to work with you. So, instead of saying yes or no, they are proposing different terms. And that could be, it could be a different purchase price. It could be a different closing timeline. It could be changes to contingencies, credits, rent back terms, or other details in the contract. It could be anything as a counter. And once a counter is sent, the buyer usually has a few different choices. So either they can accept the counter, or they can reject it, or they can respond with with another counter, so they can counter the counter. And this is really where strategy matters. Because a counter is not just about price. It's about understanding what the seller actually cares about when deciding, where you might have room to adjust. Sometimes the best move is to improve the offer, but sometimes the best move is to hold your position, and sometimes the best move is to walk away if the terms just no longer make sense. And that's really where having a realtor can help to, or one of the ways in which the realtor can help is to bounce these ideas off and have a sounding board. It's also important to know, that once terms start changing and timing and communication become very important. You want to respond thoughtfully, but you also don't want to lose momentum if there are other buyers involved, because sometimes a seller can counter multiple people at one time. It can be a multiple counter situation. So the goal is not just to win, quote unquote, the negotiation. The goal is to reach terms that still make sense for you. It always needs to make sense for your, financial goals and your personal situation. So if you receive a counter offer, take a moment to review the full picture: price, terms, timeline, risk, and your comfort level, and work with your realtor to propose a counter offer, or know if you're going to walk or accept it as is. And that's how to negotiate with clarity instead of emotion. So I'm Yannicka Shaka with Coldwell Banker Realty. If you have been thinking about buying or selling, or if you have any questions at all about today's market, feel free to reach out anytime. Bye for now.